Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. You've reached the special Rob's Dirty Knives inventory move video. Let's talk about what we got going on here. All right, today you'll see a slew of knives that are going to be here. This is the special inventory move video. I kind of talked a little bit about this video in the live stream, and I wanted to put this out there because, you know, this channel, I don't have unlimited funds, and I've got kids in college, so I've even less unlimited funds. I'm going to be selling some things that, yeah, in a real world, I would love to keep a hold of every knife that I've ever owned, but I can't do that. And so I have to be able to pick out some knives that I just really love and keep, and then be willing to move the rest. So this is what we have right now that's going to be moved. I might be considering a couple of other knives too. Not sure yet, but there's some knives that I won't. They're basically knives I keep and carry because I love. A lot of these knives are fantastic. I love I love every one of these knives. These are all fantastic knives. Not one of these do I dislike in the slightest, but they're going to go up and be available. So you're asked, well, how do I know? What do I know? What's the price? Whatever. Okay, in the description, check out the description down below. I will list some things as what I would be able to move them with. I do have my email address. You need to email me. Email me at my email address, and then tell me what you're interested in. First person gets first shot at it, right? I'll wait a little bit for you to reply, but if you don't reply after an hour or more, a few hours, then I'm going to go on to the next person. All right. I want to, if somebody's interested and they offer a price that I'm willing to sell it at, then I'm going to move it, right? Some of these things, I realize some of these things may not move. Some of them I'm willing to sell them for a certain price, because, you know, that's what I'm willing to sell them for. Otherwise, I'm going to keep them. So just know that. Don't be offended. You know, remember, I'm not like a big YouTuber like MC and Knives Knives and those guys who get a ton of free stuff, who make a ton of money on their channels. Everything here I bought, okay? My money, my cash. And so it's money that I need to put toward the next knife, the next purchase. Okay, so just, I hope you understand. I'm not going to charge you an arm and a leg. I'm not going to try to jack up the price. I think I'm going to try to be fair and reasonable. So hopefully you think it is too. And if not, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe it's not for you, right? Maybe it's not a knife that I'm going to sell. Then that's okay too. But this is what we're going to be putting up here on the table to move. And again, check out the description for the price. Sorry about my dog there, but check out the description for what I'm going to be moving all these at. All right. Hopefully you'll find that is helpful for you. Okay. Well, first, let me talk about it. I told you I take the pay and the pal, you know, with the friends and the family kind of thing. So that's what I would do when you email me. I also do the Zella kind of thing. So that's the Zelle. You know, those are the two ways I like to complete an inventory move sort of thing. Yeah, so let me know. And if what we do is then, you know, you contact me, we say yes, you do the thing, I reply saying, got it, we're good. Of course, after you do the thing, sorry about my dog, he is just nuts right now. You do your thing, you know, whatever you use to help me move the inventory, I'll acknowledge I got it, but then you're going to reply with where I'm going to move it out to, right? Where does it go? I need to know that. CONUS only. I'm only doing USA, just so you know. No international. I have no problem shipping anywhere else, but I just don't do international. It's just, I don't have time to get there to go through the paperwork and do all that. No disrespect, but if you have a forwarder, somebody you want to work with, that's fine. You have a friend who can do it, that's fine. I can ship there, but I work full time. I am not a full-time YouTuber. I work full-time. I do YouTube for fun and on the side, and I love doing it. I love knives. I love the whole experience and everything, but these are things that are going to be available. Like I said, I would keep every one of these if I had unlimited funds. If I won the lottery today, this video would be removed and it would be gone. Okay, so just so you know. But so let's go ahead and go through what we have. All right, so we're going to start off up here. This is the Rob Johnsons Hemlock. As you can see, it comes in the Rob Johnsons little box here. It already has Skiff. I put Skiffs in there, and you can see the COA is part of the box. Really, really cool. I got this at Blade Show Atlanta, directly from Rob Johnson. This is purple anodized with gold anodization. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Step milled. I don't know if you can see that. Step milled blade. That's kind of focusing on that. So step middle blade, gorgeous RWL 34. The action on this thing is phenomenal, right? Beautiful, beautiful knife. The flipper is fantastic. It's so buttery smooth. It really is. It's such a beautiful profile, such a beautiful knife. Again, wonderful, wonderful knife. Please. And the thing is, if you have any questions about these, you want some more images, whatever, let me know, okay? The next one's gonna be my TRM Atom. This is the Mike Erie hollow grind design. This is a custom. So this is the custom Mike Erie hollow grind. So if you know Mike Erie, he's the guy who does a lot of the ProTech, you know, what do they call them? They're the real special ones they do at Blade Show, and they're like the $5,000, $10,000 knives. And he does special hollow grind for a lot of other custom knife makers. So they got this one here, the TRM Atom. This is in MagnaCut. This is the lizard skin titanium scales with the titanium clip. The action on this thing is beautiful. This is the new one with the thumb studs. I like these thumb studs. It is fantastic. Great blade shape, and blade size. This is an 8-inch knife. I really like this. The hollow grind just makes this thing simply amazing, right? Beautiful, beautiful thin, perfect action, beautifully dead nut centered, just simply stunning. Now, with this, if you're interested, I do also have my TRM, and these could be bought optionally with the knife, and I'll give you a good little discount if you wanted to buy them together. But these are the TRM contoured red fat carbon scales that go with that. Now this also has, it also comes with a titanium clip that goes with the scales. And so yeah, these were like, you know, $120, $130 scales, but I'd cut you a good deal if you bought this one over here. So just so you know, that would be something that could be included, you know, with that as an offer. If you wanted to buy both, if someone just wants to buy the scales, I'm cool with that, right? I'm cool with, if someone just wants to acquire the scales, I'm cool with that. I'm totally fine with that, right? So, you know, we can totally do that. All right, the next one we're going to deal with is the R&H knives. This is the Tasca 2 Gen 2. This particular knife is the zirconium handles. It's milled. It's a little heavy. This is Zircuti clip and Zircuti backspacer, right? This is an L-Max blade steel, hand set and rubbed. Beautiful, beautiful there. Now, I will tell you, this is a beautiful knife. It had a few things that I did modify on this. So if that's a big issue for you, you know, keep that in mind. Maybe it's not for you, but I love making a knife truly functional and truly comfortable and truly enjoyable. I've gotten really good at it as I improve. I'm not going to be a full-time modder. I do this for fun. But the clip comes over. These were really, really, really sharp and uncomfortable. Really sharp around here. So I know how to fire anodize this so that it completely restores the clip back to what it was and the backspacer back to what it was, but got rid of all the sharp edges, which is really, it was really bothersome. Had sharp edges in here. We took care of that. We actually got a little cutaway in here because it was very tight in there, right? And so now you can close it and get your finger in there and make it comfortable. So if you got big old meaty fingers, this would not be a fun knife in some regards, right? And the flipper up here was a little slippery. I added a single line of jimping. I don't know if you can see that, a beautiful line of jimping. Something I've done on a few knives that people have really enjoyed. Matter of fact, I did it on one particular knife, a manufacturer guy who didn't want to do it, and I let him look at it at Blade Show. He liked it. He actually told me, which was the biggest compliment, I did not hate it. That's all I'm going to say. Which means that knowing this person, they'll probably do their variation of something like that at some point. I could see that. But this is a beautiful knife. It is a little heavier because it's full zirconium scales. This is zirconium. That's beautiful. Zircuti clip and backspacer and L-Max blade steel. Really, really nice knife here. Super comfortable, beautifully contoured. It's a gorgeous knife. I just don't carry this. I don't carry this. So if you're looking for a collection piece like that and you wanted the little touches, that's cool. The next one's going to be my custom Trevor Berger. This is the Dakar. This is the carbon fiber, 12 carbon fiber inlays. This is again on L-Max blade steel, hand set and finished, hollow grind on this guy as well. Beautiful, beautiful profile as well. Beautiful milling on here on both sides, as you can see, with the bronze anodized titanium mill clip. Nice weight relief. The action on this guy is beautiful, right? So you close it and the action here, sorry, I'm trying to do this on the camera. It's hard to see. There you go. Beautiful. Now you can get a little middle finger reverse flick in there if you're into that. It does work, middle finger reverse flick. So that's kind of a nice little bonus. I like that. I like that a lot. But the action is just beautiful. It's such a gorgeous little knife. This is a custom Trevor Berger. It is one of his customs that made by Trevor Berger himself in South Africa. Very nice little. I have the certificate of authenticity in there, like I do in there. And all right, so the next one we're going to deal with is a Javi Garcia. I really like this profile a lot. It's a gorgeous knife. I call this like a clip point and a dagger. So I jokingly call this my clagger. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous profile. He has this on some of his other production knife, but this is a full custom of his. Now, when I got it, again, I'm all about ergos. It came super, super sharp on the edges and the corner, and the clip was super sharp. And so I did get a little snail trail on here. So what I ended up doing is I ended up polishing this all the way around and all the way around here. And then this was super hard to get to for my big old meaty fingers. It was super sharp in there and there was no cutaway. And so what I did is I developed a little cutaway and this made the knife so much nicer and more comfortable. To me, that was something I really wanted, and I'm glad. Now, one thing about it, you have bonus flick. You see this jimping up here? It's pretty aggressive, but you get up here, you can easily front flick that one. So it's like one of those knives, like the HMC Transient. That's like, I call that my best front flipping, non-front flipping knife. And this was super, super crazy aggressive, like literally would shred my finger. Still beautiful texture, beautiful jimping there. I mean, he did a really nice job. So, but I just softened that a little bit, right? So this made this knife, for me, perfect. Now, I love this knife. And if no one is interested in it, I totally get it. That's perfectly fine. Maybe you don't like modded knives. I totally get that. But if you looked at this and you thought, man, the idea of a sharp corners and things like that really makes me question it. Because of that blade shape, you see that beautiful blade polish, the satin finish? I felt like this highlight going around here and going around here in the back with the backspacer, polishing that up and polishing the clip up, it just really complemented the knife. And I don't know, it just, to me, it makes it stand out a little bit more. And I don't know, just a beautiful knife. I wanted something a little bit different. But that's going to be up there available. Spent a lot of hours, a lot of work on this. And, you know, maybe this is something that appeals to you. But I will tell you, this was a labor of love and something I very much enjoyed doing. But you get a knife modder to do stuff like this. It's going to take a lot of work. But maybe that's something that you might be of interest. No worries if not. Next one's going to be my Olamic Customs. This is one I spoke to Ilya, I think his name was. He's the guy who did a lot of this work. This is gold fat carbon inlays. Really, really nice. Now, they polished this up to 2,000 to 3,000 grit. In the sun, this looks like amber jewel. It's really stunning. Go look at some of my shorts for this. It's stunning. This is S90V blade seal. This is the Warncliffe blade shape. This is the Whippersnapper Gen 2. It is the bolstered one. You see the bolstered there? It flips really well. It does the front flipper really well. You can do the over the top really well. You can do the knuckle really well. The action is fantastic. I did put, this one has skiffs, and skiffs. This is phosphor bronze washers, but tuned really well. This is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning little knife. You can choke up, super great knife. Beautiful satin finish on there. Just a really buttery smooth knife. One of my favorites here. This is one of the one I've had for a little bit, but you know, again, some of these knives I don't carry a whole lot, and so yeah, they're going to be up for availability. And some of these, you know, I'm going to have a pretty good deal on them, and hopefully maybe it's of interest to you, maybe it's not, right? We're not doing bargain basement like desperate clearance here. I'm doing like inventory move. So if you're expecting that, just, you know, I get it if that's what you're expecting, but I'm not. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big giant channel guy. So the next one is the bull knives. This is the XYRO, the XYRO, I guess you can call it. This is beautiful design, hollow grind. Action is phenomenal. It is a really wonderful over the top flipper. Flips really well. The action is super fidgety. This fuller works really well. I've got large hands with big meaty fingers, milled titanium clip. This carbon fiber is stunning. Let's see, make sure we get it to the light. Can you see that? Beautiful. Let me make sure my lights just get on there. Just really, really stunning. I love this. Beautiful dead nut center. Runs on skiffs as well. Simply gorgeous. This is the two brothers who do this. They're South African knife designers. So they're part of that whole, you know, like right there, the Trevor Berger and stuff. Really fantastic little knife. They sold out of this. It's not readily available. So this would be if you've been looking for this, I have that available. All right, the next one is going to be my Andrew Demko. I might actually have the Lynch Northwest clip for this one. So if I do, you'll get to, I'll have that, and you can ask me if you want to look at it. But this one's one that's kind of on the fence. I'm not sure if I want to sell, so I may have this pretty high, and you may not be interested in getting it. But I like this knife a lot, and I do carry it. It's a very functional knife. It has a Rockscale design, custom titanium scales. If you're not familiar with Rockscale design, you need to check them out. Those guys are phenomenal. I have two other knives with Rockscale designs, custom scales on here. This is titanium. It's linerless, okay? Not only that, this is a 20 CV, the clip point here with the beautiful thumb studs, makes it super fidgety. They do a little extra cutout right here on the shark lock. And I gotta tell you, if you got big old meaty fingers, it's the difference. You can get your finger in there and it works really well. Before, you had to barely get the tip and it's so uncomfortable. Here, I can get my whole finger in there and I can work it so comfortably. I love Rockscale design scales. I mean, I'll tell you, I have a discount code. I don't get anything from it, but I have a discount code because I've been a big fan of them for a long time, and I love promoting them because I love their stuff. I love their stuff. I have them on my Spydercos. I have them on my Demko knives. I have them on Benchmades. I have them on a bunch of different knives. Their stuff is just phenomenal and really high quality custom scales. I will have the original scales in there, obviously, so the G10 will be in there. So if you don't like custom scales, you know, you don't have to keep them on there, but these custom scales I think are absolutely worth it. Super, super awesome. So keep in mind, skiff cage, multi-row cage bearings on this one. Rockscale custom scales. We'll probably have a Lynch Northwest titanium clip as well. So just keep that in mind when you see the price. And it may also be because once I get the titanium clip, maybe I don't want to sell it. I don't know. I'm still up in the air, right? Some of these I definitely want to move. The next one is the Vero Engineering Nova. I love this knife. It is so good. The action on this thing is beautiful. If you've seen the regular Nova, it's a big boy. It's a big boy. The Mini Nova is not super small. It's still almost an 8-inch knife. It's a big boy. M390 blade steel. This one does have the Damascus. Do you see that? The Damascus inlay and beautiful back spacer. I've recently dropped some shorts on this. It's gorgeous. Simply stunning. I carry it a little bit, not much. Again, this is one of those knives that I really love, and I love the action. I think it's beautiful, but I'm willing to sell this guy at I think a pretty good deal, because this is $175 alone to upgrade to these guys at a pretty good deal. It has Skiff's cage bearings, which makes a huge difference. It really upgrades this knife quite a bit. It really does. Definitely willing to do that on this knife. So hopefully it's something if you've been wanting a Mini Nova and you wanted a little fancy one, this is definitely one to check out. Not Mini Nova, yeah, Mini Nova. So the next one is the Mini Lux. Now again, that's another big knife. This is made by Riot. This is hollow grind, M390 hollow grind. The regular Lux, well, I think it was Magna Cut, or was this one Magna? I can't remember. But M390, this has the Zerkitai Damascus in back spacer, clip, and pivot collars on both sides. Hollow grind M390. I did redo the edge because the edge was a little short and it was kind of frustrating. It wasn't very slicey for hollow grind, and I wanted it to be a little slicier. I like slicey. So we did that. We put skiff cage ceramic ball bearings in this. And if you remember, this one has a radius milled chamfering over here, which is great if you have really thin fingers or the knife is a larger version. This one, I did do a little polishing on here to get big old fingers in here. I got big old thumb studs. Once you do that, this is such a nice knife. I really enjoy this. So if you've liked this knife and you thought, man, it's kind of cool, but it looks like it might be a little uncomfortable. Well, not only is it tuned perfectly for a beautiful flipping, right? And front flipping and all that good stuff. And then of course you have the fuller on the one side. but the action to get in there with the big old fingers and stuff like that is really nice. It's not sharp, it's not edgy, it's not uncomfortable, and it has skiffs, and the action is beautiful now. So if you didn't see that, look at that action. It's just simply stunning. Again, it has the zirconium on this one. This one has the Damascus. This is Circuiti inlays and pivot collars and all sorts of stuff. A fantastic knife. Here's another one. I got this one at Blade Show Atlanta from Gecko Customz. Steve made these. This is the version 2. If you remember, I had a review on the version 1, had some issues with it. Some things I thought it could make this knife perfect. And this one, the version 2, he fixed everything. Hand satin finished blade. Big old finger choil. You could actually choke up on this. It does have cage bearings in here, Skiff cage bearings, and the action with those is just buttery smooth. Thumb hole is nice and big, generous, easy to get to, beautiful flicking. The flipper has jimping all the way to the edge. Works really nice, even though it's a small flipper. It works really nice. You can do push button, you can do light switch. I think that's fantastic. The clip is no longer sharp, pointy, and uncomfortable. It goes in and out smooth. Nice ramp going in and out. Hidden hardware. Just really stunning. Everything's comfortable, rounded, beautifully. Action is stunning. Access, it has a little cutaway now into this chamfered area, so easy to get to and disengage. Before it was really hard to get into, and this is just done so well. Again, some of these knives I really don't want to get rid of, but you know, I've got to move some of these so I can make more content. And sadly, I can't keep every knife. But this is just a little offering, a little taste of some of the knives that I'm going to definitely put up there. So, but this one will be, I think, priced well. This is not a cheap knife. When you check this out, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it's a nice blank slate. So if you wanted to do some custom work, matter of fact, Steve could do the custom work. I mean, he's a custom, Gecko Customz. That's where he started everything. But this is one of his production knives. And the Gecko, the Sikorae, which is the name of the knife, Sikorae version 2. It's Gecko Customz is the knife maker. Let me just be real clear. Sikorae version 2 and Gecko Customz. Really fantastic knife. Really beautiful action. Definitely worth checking out. All right, next one is going to be a Knife Center exclusive. This is the Kapara with the burlap micarta, and this is the best burlap micarta I have ever experienced. I have the original clip for it, but this is I think this might be a quiet carry clip. I don't remember. I'll put the original clip back on here, but this is a quiet carry clip. I like this clip a little bit better. It's easier to work in the pocket. It does have a C.M.E. that I installed that fits so beautifully perfect. I originally had titanium scales, by the way. Let me go grab those because I will also be selling, in case you want to buy it along with the knife, as your choice. But I have the Rips Garage Technology titanium scales and a Rips Garage Technology clip as well. This is the and a backspacer. There's a backspacer in there. But it is a mill deep pocket carry clip that fits in here in the little slot there. And this is the diamond texture, and it is stone wash. So that will be something you could buy. I would give you a discount if you bought it together. Absolutely. Okay, just keep that in mind. If you didn't, if somebody wants to just buy the scales, I can do that. No problem. The action on this thing is beautiful. Did you see that? So let me show you. Beautiful. Flips really nicely. Beautiful flat grind. Middle finger reverse flick works really well. With the C.M.E., you can absolutely treat it like a button lock. And that C.M.E., the whole point of a C.M.E., if you're not familiar, is left-handed. I can open and close it left-handed. You see that? So if you're a lefty and the compression lock is one of those things that frustrates you, this is really nice. But that burlap micarta is gorgeous. So I wanted to put it back on there because I know a lot of people really love that, but you could do Rips Garage Technology titanium scales. Those are really nice. This is the S90V blade steel. It is a special steel run, so it's not the S30V. Definitely a great edge retention, super sharp, beautiful flat grind. Oh, by the way, this one's Magna Cut, if you didn't know. M390. Skiffs. All right, so this one, it doesn't have skiffs, it's phosphor bronze, but tuned beautifully well. The next one, something I've had for a little bit, was my Blade Show Texas 2024 special carry. It is DLC coated Magna Cut, CPM Magna Cut, paramilitary 2, and I need to clean off that blade, I'm sorry. And this is the rock scale design, burple anodized scales with a burple anodized backspacer, the hardware, even the little hole back there, you know, and then this is burple as well. You clean this off, you can see it looks really nice, but this is the Lynch Northwest burple clip as well. And then of course we have a black C.M.E. that works really wonderful on this thing. Action's tuned really well. You'll have the original scales in there, of course, but now you can work it left-handed like that, right? So you can close it left-handed, really nice. Great knife, beautiful anodized scales. These are limited. You don't get a whole bunch of these, but he made these special for me for Blade Show Texas in 2024. And again, I have so many wonderful rock scale design scales on tons of other knives. This is one I thought a lot of people really loved this and thought it was really beautiful. I made a para 3 version for my son when he graduated high school. So his knife was a para 3 version with a black DLC Magna Cut with the burple scales as well. So he has the smaller version. Gorgeous knife. I think it's definitely worth checking out. Now, Magna Cut, DLC, titanium, burple anodized, backspacer, a hole as well, a C.M.E. installed really well, Lynch Northwest clip. So there you go. That's a lot that you get on there. All those things are extras with the original scales. All right, next one is going to be another fantastic Shaman. This is in CTS-XHP. Sorry, let me try that again. CTS-XHP. CTS-XHP. Why I can't talk? Another exclusive Shaman. This has the rock scale. Now, I do have the original scales in here as well, just so you know. But I believe it came in the black micarta scales. They're contoured. These are also beautifully titanium green anodized with the bronze Shaman clip from Lynch Northwest and the bronze hardware and bronze backspacer. I think it just comes together. And then the JG10 C.M.E. matches the green anodization, I think, really well. It is a Shaman. Action is beautiful. As you know with Shaman, it's a beautiful front flipper as well. Beautiful, robust, nice, strong knife. Really great. So I think you'll like this a lot. Again, really nicely. Let me get the right angle here. Hold on. Dead nut centered. Hold on, let's get it right there. There we go. Dead nut centered. I don't know. Am I getting it right? There we go. I want to make sure you guys can see that. It is dead nut centered. When I look at it down here, I feel like I'm in the wrong angle. Yeah. So beautiful done. No blade plates in there, nice and solid. Gorgeous knife. This is. I know get a lot of requests for this. I will tell you, the 10K giveaway, it's not going to be like this one. The 10K is an S30V, but it'll have a set of these scales for a giveaway on the 10K giveaway. So keep an eye out for the 10K giveaway if you see this video before then. Next one is the ProTech. This is the Blade Show exclusive. This one is number 129 of 180 from Blade Show 2020, Blade Show Atlanta 2025. It has an abalone inlay button. It has the beautiful black aluminum scales, this jungle wear whatever inlay, which is really nice. This is Magna Cut. It is a button lock. This is the Cambria. That was the first button lock that ProTech came out with, and this is a reinvention of it. It's a kind of a redesign. Super comfortable. You can sort of trigger up here, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's a sharp choil, but you can definitely get in here. Nice room. The clip is super comfortable. You can get a ProTech, a Lynch Northwest clip if you wanted to put that on there, but the clip works really well. The action is wonderful. Action's absolutely stunning, right? Absolutely stunning. You put skiffs on this one. I don't know if I put skiffs in this one. I might have. I don't remember. I don't think I did. So this is one of those Blade Show exclusives that I think would be really cool if you wanted to check out. Do love this knife a lot. Again, I have a Mordax and I have the Synapse Vero Engineering collab, and then my wife bought me the TR3 Auto. So those are three that I already have. And I just can't justify this. I already have several button locks. I don't have a ton of button locks. I'm not a super button lock. I don't collect all of them, but there's a few that I like. This is definitely one of them. I just would tell you that, yeah, I have too many ProTechs, and I don't carry this as much as I would carry my Mordax and my Synapse, the Vero Engineering ProTech Synapse. I do love that. That's an awesome automatic, by the way. I actually don't carry that. Let me rephrase that. I don't carry that one much. I've brought it out. I enjoy it. So that was a Blade Show exclusive. So I will point this out. So a couple things before we go there. Let me finish up here. if you want to hang around, I may have a couple things that I might consider selling, but they're not going to be rock bottom prices. Just be understanding. But there are things that, if you've been looking, I just want to throw it out there. I might consider putting it on the docket if you've been looking and you're willing to pay a reasonable price, right? So just keep that in mind. The next one is going to be, I really like this one. This is the version 2 Tactile Knife Company Rockwell. It is a fantastic knife. I had the version 1, which had the free floating ceramic ball bearings. And if you took it apart, you'd have to be real careful to put it back together. This is caged ball bearings, was a little bit bigger. What I love about this, it's rounded, contoured. It still has that beautiful milling, the texture. I don't know if you can see that. Gorgeous texture, captive pivot, deep pocket carry clip. It is right-hand tip up only. It is a flipper only. Now, when I first got this, it was a little slippery. And when I got it, it felt like my hand was slipping out. The jimping here it was very smooth. They had smoothed this out a bit. So I used my file like I've done on these other ones. I just made this just a little sharp. You can't even see it, but I just made just enough that there's a grip there. And so when you use it now, oh, it is night and day. It is night and day. Again, I don't carry this as much because I have a lot of other knives that I carry, and I gotta pick knives that I'm willing to let go so I can get to other knives. I love this knife. I think it's a great knife. I highly recommend it. I think it's a beautiful knife. It's definitely, once I fix that jimping, I even shared that with Michael over there, and they're going to look into it because I think that's a worthwhile investment. Just making that just a little edgier to catch on there. It's going to be so useful for so many people, especially big old fingers and stuff like that, because it's a great knife. It is absolutely a great knife as you stand right here. Okay, so definitely going to recommend that. All right, so that is the Rockwell version 2 MagnaCut 6364 HRC titanium scales. This has Skiff cage ceramic ball bearings in it, so definitely something cool. All right, let me get you a couple of things that I'm possibly willing to consider. Just letting you know, it is a possibility at this point. I'm going over to my case to grab them. So a couple of them I might possibly consider. All right, so I'm just going to be upfront with you, just in case somebody has been asking and are curious. All right, the first one here is I love this knife. I think it's one of the best autos out there. This is the Blade Show exclusive ProTech and Vero Engineering. This is supposed to be a clean cloth. I hope it is. All right, there we go. Beautiful satin finish on this MagnaCut blade. This is zirconium back clip here, polished zirconium, so it is a Blade Show exclusive. This is number 15 on Blade Show, so it's not the other one with the inlay, but this was definitely at Blade Show, Texas, or Atlanta. Was it Texas? I think it was Atlanta. Maybe it was Blade Show, Texas this year. Beautiful, beautiful knife. This is the one that got, yeah, it was Blade Show, Texas, because it won Best Auto. So that's one I might consider. This was not cheap. The zirconium inlay adds price to it. So don't expect this to be cheap. I'm going to ask for at least for what I paid for it, just so I can cover the shipping and everything, right? So that's the first one. If you've been looking and you wanted a Blade Show exclusive. The next one that I would be willing to possibly consider is going to be Quiet Carry Catch. I don't carry as much. I might sell it. It has Skiff cage ceramic ball bearings. It's been tuned absolutely beautifully. Not been hard use or any use much of all. Just a really fantastic knife. It is super comfortable, super contoured. Again, I'm not looking to get rid of this one, but for a reasonable price, yeah. The next one, again, I don't think anybody's going to be interested, but it is the Rob Johnson. This is the Cypress. I love this little guy. It is a single thumb stud. Maybe that's not of interest to you. This is the raw titanium, but I did polish it so it has no burrs anywhere. Beautifully polished up here on both sides. The clip is gorgeous. It has a backspacer. The action is flawless with skiffs in there, right? And it does front flip. Let me do that again. Front flip really, really well. The action is gorgeous on this one. It has a beautiful ramp on there. By the way, this is the micro step milled. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how close I can get here. I'm on the far away, not the super micro focus. Can I get in there? No, I can't. I think that's as close as I can get. So there you go. Let me see if I can zoom in. Can we do that? Yeah, not really. I'll go to 2. Can I do it? Yeah, so you can see it there. some of that micro milling. It's gorgeous on there. I think it's pretty stunning. Again, this is a Latvian design. It was bought in Latvia. It comes with one of those wooden boxes as well with certificate of authenticity. The Hemlock one is made out of hemlock wood. The Cypress is made out of cypress wood. RWL 34 blade steel. Action is phenomenal on this, by the way. All right, second to last one. Willing to consider it only if you're. I love this knife. I have no plans to, but if you've been looking for one, I'm going to put it out there. Don't try to negotiate on this one because I won't, but it's just going to be there in case anybody's interested. It's my Hog House Model-T Gen 2. This one doesn't have skiffs in there because I found that Tapio's custom cage ball bearings are better than the skiffs, by the way, but it's tuned beautifully. It is gorgeous knife, as you can see. I do love this. It has that beautiful step milling. Can you see that right there? Let's see if we can get the focus on that. It is simply stunning. It does come with the bits, the extra tools for it, so just keep that in mind. Hold on a second. I got to charge the battery here real quick before we lose power. All right, so I'm back. My battery almost died. Beautiful knife, RWL 34 step mill. Action is phenomenal. The fuller works really well. Action is beautiful. So dead nut centered. This one did have a little extra EU excise tax when I brought it in. It's not a cheap knife. Don't be all freaked out about what it is, but I'm putting it out there just in case someone is willing to look at it, because I think some of the EU tariffs are much higher now, so it might be cheaper. I don't know. The next one is another one that I really love and I don't want to do. But man, I keep this channel going. I got to do this. Okay, so I'm throwing them out as options. Maybe somebody's really looking for it and you're willing to do it. These don't come up often, and on the resale, they don't come up often. This is the HMC Transient version, a 3.2 version 2, right? So this is the flipper version with the fuller hollow grind magna cut. Now, one thing I know about the Transient, I call it the best front flipper without a front flipper. So you get up there, you can absolutely front flip that puppy. Get on this part here, and it front flips beautifully. This is the brown G10, beautifully contoured, mill titanium clip. You will notice that this one is not quite as dark as the rest. Just a nice little flitz just to clean it up, to give it a beautiful shine, to really highlight that hollow grind. And we did put a little edge on here. So if you're looking for an absolute immaculate, perfect, whatever, this is not it. But this has been, I think, made better and sharper than the original out of the box. It was a very short edge coming for this hologram that made it very difficult to keep a sharp edge on a magna cut. I don't know if it just wasn't a great edge, and this is a much better edge. But it is a beautiful knife. It already comes with skiffs, by the way, and the action is phenomenal. Again, I'm just putting it out there in case you've been looking for one. You know how much they are. You look at Blade Binge, you look at other places. These don't go cheap. It's not a hard user. It's not anything else. I would call it excellent because I did polish this a little bit. I did put a new edge on there. So not going to be like new in the box. So if you're looking at that, just keep that in mind. Likewise, this one will not be like new in the box as well, because we did strop the edge, and we did tune it a little bit for the detent because it was really, really stiff. This one, raw, coming out of the box, it was a lot of burrs everywhere. It's kind of uncomfortable. So if you order a Cypress and you order it raw really means raw to Nicholas, which is cool. I mean, that's fair, right? Do Zerkablast. But I love the polished look, and using a little flitz and a Dremel just to polish this up, it's gorgeous. Absolutely stunningly gorgeous. But again, that's what was added here. We put skiffs in this puppy, just so you know. Didn't do anything to this one and hardly have carried this one, but it is a Blade Show exclusive, the best auto that I think that's out there. All right, this is what I'm offering right now. I know some people have asked about some other knives, but I don't know if I'd be willing to put those up. There's a couple of knives I know people ask about. There's one I'll never sell. Don't ask about the Rosie. Rosie, nope, I'm not selling it. Rosie Sting, that's one of those all-time favorite knives. Don't ask me about the Fugitive, that stay. Don't ask me about my Dragon Scale Proteon, that stay. That will never go. Gosh, I hate to mention this one, but This is the carbon fiber, full carbon fiber twill. This is not the cheap one. So, you know, the titanium one's a little cheaper. The carbon fibers are never cheap. And this is the full, and it is a beautiful, perfect piece of carbon fiber. This is the full size conic areas. M390, I believe. Is this M390? Does it say on there? I think it's M390. Does it even say on there? I don't know if it does say on there anywhere. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. It does have skiffs in there. I have the original cage Del ring bearings, but skiffs made this thing even more beautiful. Action is just simply stunning. Again, I'm putting these up as options in case you've been really looking and the price is okay with you. If it's not, don't worry about it. Pass along. Go somewhere else. I'm sure you can find a better deal on a used knife or something somewhere else. I'm throwing these out there. You know me, you know what I do, and you know how I love my knives and take care of them. So if that's of interest, there you go. All right, those are options. Again, these are the ones that I'd be willing to absolutely sell. The other ones, very conditional. They're not, they are going to be, I'll put them over here. They are not going to be super duper. Like, I'm not doing super deals on them, okay? Just so keep that in mind. I can probably put this over here. I can see this a little bit better. All right, you can probably see this a little bit better up here, so we'll do that. All right, that's what we got going on. Let me put this so, like, when I do a picture, I can number these guys out here. I want you to be able to see them. Okay, so I just want to make sure everyone can see these. Let me go up a little bit higher here. I am trying to do this for the thumbnail, so forgive me if it seems kind of dumb what I'm doing. These are the scales that go over here. We'll put this right here. We'll put this up here so you can see it, right? Okay, there we go. All right. Let me know. Email me. I will try to update the thumbnail. I'll number these up here, and I will let you know as they sell. You know, it'll be X'd out in the picture. If you've made it this far, you definitely probably been interested in some of these knives. I get it, so appreciate it. If you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, or you just liked maybe looking at what I'm selling because it's just kind of some cool stuff, thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. Even if you're not buying anything, just watching the video, I do appreciate that. That does help me out. Helps the channel, allows me to have more views, which helps me to continue the channel. I love doing this channel. I love reviewing knives. I love the nicer knives. That's just kind of my thing. So I appreciate that even while I have kids in college and spending a lot of money there. Just know that. So appreciate you guys. If you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, please consider hitting the like button down below. And if you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button as well down below. Subscribing and liking the channel, it really does help me out. Seriously, it does help me. It allows me to do more things, produce more content, ultimately do more things for you guys, right? I do the once a week budget banger giveaway, and we do the once a month members exclusive giveaways. That's because of this channel, and I love doing that stuff. If you haven't already, well, real quick, let me just say thank you to everyone. Thank you for just being a part of the channel, being part of the community. Even if you just watch this video and you're not interested, that's totally cool. But thank you to everyone out there. If you haven't already, maybe consider hitting the notifications button down below so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out, a big thank you, a big, huge appreciation to my channel members. You guys are a big deal why I can even do this. I still have to do this to be able to keep the channel going, but I can do the weekly giveaways. I can borrow knives on pass-arounds and pay for the shipping. I can continue to have the software to produce this content. I can buy other knives for giveaways and other things and still be able to do that. A lot of this stuff here paid with my own cash. Or if I did get something that I might have gotten from a channel, then I will replace it with equivalent value for a giveaway, and I usually do that, just so you know. There are some exclusive things that have been given to the channel that are explicitly for giveaways. If something's absolutely been given to the channel, then it becomes a giveaway. Unless I made it a personal piece of something and then I replaced it with something else that I give away because I loved it. So I will tell you, Quite Carry had given me the Strand L recently. Love that knife. It was given to the channel. I replaced it with another knife for a giveaway that I paid for because I love the Strand L. It's a fantastic knife, by the way. One of my favorites up with the Drift L. Love the catch. Really love the catch too. I'm just not carrying it as much. So that's the only reason why it's out here. If you don't buy it, I'll gladly keep it in my collection. So just know that. All right. That has a lot to do with the channel members, so I appreciate you guys. You do two things for me. You encourage me, and because of your generous support, you allow me to do all these things. So I just want to say thank you. And because of that, I do two exclusive things for channel members. I do all brand new channel members. I love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. And I actually write that thank you note. That's my way to say thank you. And that's for basically actively currently a member right now. You've never asked to receive a channel sticker. 99% of the time it's new channel members. If it's someone who was a member all along and who's just never asked, ask. If it's someone who was a member and then became a member again, and you're actively a member now and you've never gotten those stickers, ask as well. Email me your name and address. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. On top of that, we do a once a month members exclusive giveaway. So every week when we do the Budget Banger giveaway, that 1 week in the month, there'll be 2 giveaways. There'll be the Budget Banger giveaway and the members exclusive giveaway. Members could win both. You could win both of those. You could win 2 knives in an evening. It's happened once. So it could happen, right? It could happen. So I do that for members exclusively once a month. I try to make sure it's not just a budget banger, something a little nicer, definitely $100 or more. So something that hopefully you would enjoy receiving as a gift. Just know that's my way to say thank you to you channel members. And everybody else, thank you for watching videos. Thank you for checking these out. If you're interested, let me know, right? I'm doing this because I'm trying to keep the channel going. Trying to get money for other things that I'd like to buy, to review, to be able to check out. And many of you guys have been so generous. You allowed me to borrow knives, and I do appreciate you guys so very much for allowing me to borrow knives, to check them out. It's huge. It's huge in the sense that it allows me to truly check out things as a channel. And so I am grateful for that and appreciate you for that. So thank you. All right. As another way, let's see here, I guess, I just make sure the pictures are all there. It looks good, right? We're all good. All right. If you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.